According to God, I will surprise your enemies by demonstrating my feelings for you. I plan to thoroughly disturb their equilibrium and deprive them of all calm. I'll accomplish this by having the audacity to love you in your present state and location. Isn't it magnificent? The Father enjoys challenging religious beliefs and principles. I have such a strong feeling for your adversaries that I aim to express it by facing them directly. Are you ready? Today, forgive yourself and let go of all your duties and problems. Allow yourself to embrace the unconditional love I am giving you. You expected my intervention to punish and penalize you, and what do you think happened? Instead, I choose to modify you. I choose to convert you into a reflection of my image. I will not punish you, and you cannot compel me to do so. Stop approaching me with a facial expression that says you want me to treat you as an adversary. My affection sometimes reproaches you at a level beyond your comprehension. I scold and correct you, and you leave so enthralled by my existence that you fail to notice the change I have made in your absence. The Father advises you not to sin any further. It isn't a demand, but an offer. I invite you to overcome your past self and embrace personal progress today. I'm currently holding the door open for you. Why don't you just go out there and transform without delay? God asks you to find comfort today by surrendering yourself to His presence. Finally, I am the one who offers peace and relief. This is my identity and occupation. I am the divinity who may bring comfort and compassion to everyone. I have facilitated your capacity to join me as a companion and form a strong bond with me. The Father proclaims His incapacity to feign. I'm not the feigned and powerful Oz. I am your paternal figure, and I have set aside a space near me where you can find comfort, relaxation, and a sense of security. Many people claiming to represent me have misrepresented me. I don't portray a severe and judgmental persona. The suffering sustained on the cross is my initial gesture, an inducement for you to seek consolation in me right now. I prioritize your comfort so much that I've introduced myself to you as the Comforter. Show fortitude and bravery today. Find solace in my presence today. The Father informs you that angels are actively involved in your life, showing that you are not just relying on your own efforts. You are positioned with me in celestial regions, above all difficulties and trials. The celestial realm's inhabitants will find amusement. The Father confirms that you have shed tears. That period has ended. Enjoy the thrill that I have precisely created for you through my presence. The enemy is the target of the joke. Join me, please. Accept your current situation in my presence, as I will accompany you through all of the hardships you face today. God asserts that He is not a remote deity. You are not alienated from me. You are the most important and ultimate thought in my head. The adversary's purposeful attempt to deflect your attention is evidenced by your occasional sense of alienation from my existence. The adversary intends to draw your attention away from my genuine presence beside you amid your trials. The Father proclaims that He is with you. I am closer to you than your hands and feet. I am there in the breath you exhale, and in the rhythmic pulsation of your heart muscle. The Father assures you to maintain a positive attitude. I am providing crucial assistance and overseeing all parts of your life. Entrust your journey to me. Have faith in me. Allow me to take control and exhibit my unwavering loyalty. Set your sights on the supply I'm offering you today. Expect it. Express gratitude for it. Recognize it as your entitlement since you are my offspring. You are the reason I am the most real version of myself. Today, I have decided to present myself to you as the I Am. Rely on me for all of your needs. Feel the reassuring influence of my grin as you face the challenges that I will lead you through today. Did you realize that God chose you in the past, throughout eternity? Did you, in fact, desire and demand me? Indeed, imagine that. I needed your presence as a witness to prove my unshakable loyalty and goals throughout the world. I demand your presence, and I am currently asking you to observe and appreciate my affection and benevolence, even in your imperfect human form. The Father says that you will get the redemption that was granted to you. The Father's ultimate goal is redemption rather than judgment. In my teachings, I emphasize that generosity triumphs over judgment both now and in the afterlife. This is a story that must be told, but the celestial beings don't understand it. The angels are incapable of comprehending salvation. I chose you deliberately, and I need your cooperation with this assignment. You are both a testator of redemption and a recipient. You are not only expected to grasp what I accomplished on the tree, but you are also selected and entitled to all of the benefits that the cross represents. The Father declares that He will not yield. I will not give up, my child, until you have fully experienced and comprehended the breadth and scope of the provisions I have prepared for you. I have expressed my affection for you, and it will not be withheld. The Father guarantees you that you will not be denied, and I declare today that there will be no additional postponement. Today, God asks if you want privilege or entitlement. It is impossible to have both. Entitlement is described as the anticipation that stems from a sense of hopelessness or a lack of options. Privilege refers to the inherent privileges and advantages that come with being born into a relationship with Christ. Do not rely on mankind, warns the Father. As I previously remarked, cursed is the individual who places their trust in humanity and relies on human strength. Turn your attention away from humans and concentrate only on me, declares the Father. Humans will continuously disappoint you. I assure that you will never be disappointed. I will never abandon or leave you. I will always be attentive and receptive to your needs and emotional pleadings, never turning away or dismissing them. The Father asserts that He will do for you what you cannot do on your own. If you want change, I suggest that you cooperate with me, and in exchange, I will provide not only change but a total metamorphosis. I am unable to give you merely partial blessings. My only awareness is that the yoke is effortless and the burden is light. I am only knowledgeable about life and its abundance. Establish your expectations for the unchanging favor and existence that I bestow upon you, since this is your primary entitlement in my universe. Jesus Christ claims that if you truly understood the scope of my accomplishments on your behalf and within you, you would realize that there is no reason to voice displeasure or murmuring. The Father commands, select my benevolence. Concentrate on my acts and commitments rather than the deceptive look of events and situations. The Father claims that one's location is determined by their focus of attention. Direct your attention to my generosity, and you will gain a greater trust in my dependability, viewing it as an encounter despite today's problems. By selecting my goodness, you are effectively committing to your salvation. By selecting my goodness, you choose wealth over scarcity, provision over starvation. When you submit your troubles to me individually, you will be blessed abundantly. I will respond to your demands by officially announcing and establishing the steps I intend to take to better your financial status, health, and most importantly, the well-being of your loved ones. The Father claims that these are not hopeless instances. Don't give in to the enemy's desire for you to surrender. Instead, endure. Love is invariably successful. Maintain your affection and understanding, since my love will entice and encourage them to approach. The Father guarantees you that He will return your loved ones to you. Deep-rooted conflicts will be handled throughout the holiday season. May your reaction reflect the essence of love and release. Your detractors and opponents are tired because withholding affection is mentally and emotionally draining. They are looking for an opportunity to act differently. The Father asks them to keep the door open and give them with an exit. The Father encourages you to forgive those who have wronged you and welcome them back with peace and affection. By letting go of them, you will liberate yourself and experience a glorious condition of freedom and plenty, eagerly awaiting the opportunity to offer your mercy even to those who are undeserving. Today, God has summoned you to participate in the heroic war. The greatest triumph is reached when fights are successfully conquered. The victory you earn is the only one in the war of faith. The Father promises you that you do not need to suffer loss. You're not a failure. Your Father has expressly emphasized that you are not a loser. The situation means that you must accept the loss and learn from your mistakes. However, I am confident that I can transform your mistakes into opportunities for success and guide you to significant growth. The Father declares, I perished on behalf of you, not for a mere strategy. When I promised you a triumphant life, I took into account all of your shortcomings and inadequacies. Strive for the truth. Reject any belief system that accepts and embraces failure. Today will require you to work more than ever before. Choose not to allow oneself to embody the traits of a quitter and a failure. The cross is more than just a way to deal with adversity and endure the unbearable. In my announcement to the victor, I pledge to bestow upon them the hidden nutrition known as manna. The Father decrees manna to be your assigned portion for today. God encourages you to step up your search for Him today, rather than diminishing your efforts. Was there ever a time when your proximity to me was greater than it was before? Allow us to address the matter, shall we? I'm not a remote deity. I am closer to you than your hands and feet. You have ardently begged me for transformation. You have asked that I authenticate my promises by supplying you with real evidence of their fulfillment in your life. The Father confirms that He is inclined to do so, noting that every promise is affirmed and fulfilled in His Word. The Father has instructed you to summon me. During the storm, focus your attention on me rather than elsewhere. Combat the problems of your situation with steadfast faith, for it is certain that your situation is in conflict with the authority of the pledges I have made for your life. The Father informs you that His promises are reliable and certain, guaranteeing that your interaction with them is also reliable and certain. The Father announces His presence. I am present in this site. Engage in conversation with me. Make a loud, passionate plea to me. Unleash your emotions and express yourself loudly, enabling your words to go throughout the celestial universe. I will not reject you because I am not a deity who denies, but rather one who responds positively and affirmatively to all aspects of your existence. According to God, leisure is just as important as daily sustenance in your life. The Father states that He has provided a rest, and it is now time to enjoy in it. Have you realized that your inability to achieve peace in your life causes me great sorrow, as I have commanded you not to grieve my Spirit? The Israelites rejected the state of tranquility that I gave them because they believed the current conditions did not allow for it. Their lack of confidence turned a 10-day excursion into a 4-decade torture. Come and enjoy the peace of my rest today, declares the Father. Find tranquility and serenity in my company. While I was sleeping in the front of the boat during the storm, I invited you to curl up close to me. What is the point of putting forth effort in rowing against a storm that can be easily defeated with a single phrase at the opportune time? You've heard the adage, God helps those who take the initiative to help themselves. Do you truly believe you can handle the problem independently? Now is the time to rest and discover peace within myself. The Father invites you to come to Him. My yoke is easy to bear, and my burden is light. The difficulty of your task is precisely proportionate to the degree to which you have been misled by the opposition. Come to me quickly. Discover the tranquil refuge within yourself, where I will greet you and engulf you in the peace of my arms. I have constructed a quiet and calm shelter for you till the violent storm that is troubling your inner self passes. According to God, I have given you with a responsibility, and I expect you to be faithful and trustworthy. I have appointed you as the guardian of the intellectual, psychological, and emotional well-being of those living in your home and immediate social circle. I've assigned you to contribute to the solution rather than being a barrier in every connection and setting. The Father expresses His desire for you to be a shining source of positivity. There is no valid reason to behave differently in any case. The Father recognizes that you have asked Him to ensure that those in your proximity are held accountable for their actions. I will hold individuals accountable once you present a thorough appraisal of the scope of my compassion and favor, which can be used to fundamentally modify, convert, and save those who oppose you and even themselves. I will not relinquish my compassion, and I urge you to offer it to those who appear unworthy of it. According to divine declaration, a lack of hope will result in your exclusion from the sphere of divine magnificence in your life. The Father instructs you not to let events, circumstances, or the opinions of others impede your growth. Only when I ignite your being and allow you to see your reflection in my gaze can you fully manifest in my divine light. My objective is for you to embody and demonstrate my splendor in a tangible and visible manner. Allow me to shine and manifest inside your being. The Father merely says to shine. Proceed with confidence and radiate your inner brilliance, leaving others to manage the divine emanation in your life. The Father allows them to continue. Attempt to materialize my heart and intellect, and see how I will build and embellish the planet with the unique qualities and shape of my presence in your life. You are currently experiencing a certain moment and season. You have inquired of me, and I am committed to ensuring that you are included in my plans and ideas. My brilliance is becoming more prominent in your life right now. The Father emphasizes that true grandeur is found not in exterior appearances, but in the manifestation of Christ inside you. Today, God declares that He is removing the grip of perfectionism inside you. When you let go of all erroneous desires to achieve perfection in every aspect, the light of my infinite magnificence will shine through. By striving for perfection, you are adopting the same mentality that Satan used to beguile Eve. The Father's desire was not for you to be successful, but rather to emphasize obedience. I must ensure success and triumph, not something you can prescribe. Do not hinder the emergence of my holy presence inside you, declares the Father. Please do not interfere with the divine consecration that exists inside you. Do not hurt my anointed ones or prophets. Which prophet is within you? The prophet within you is the oracle of my voice, which has been placed in your heart and spirit. Make careful that your reasoning does not diminish the impact of my almighty magnificence in your life. The Father forbids such behaviors. Recognize and value my genuine identity and the essence of my existence within you. God declares that a gust of wind will be directed at your life today. The wind is an important element of my being, indivisible from my essence, and defines my identity. I am actively facilitating the process of redemption and deliverance in your life. I have granted you the power of my wind, which will forcefully open the curtains to the windows of my heavenly revelations within you. The Father claims that these gifts are inherent in you and not apart from your essence. I have deliberately placed mirrors on the windows of my revelation within you, allowing you to see your reflection as if through my eyes. The Father promotes reflection above exterior issues. Instead than relying on external forces or others, I derive my pride from myself. The Father approves your desire for fire, but I always send my wind as a preparation. My gust of wind disperses the useless bits, providing your safety when the flames descend. According to my perception, the Father will influence, and synchronize your ideas with mine. Control your emotions by following my requests, directives, and goals for your life today. According to God, you are currently on a trip. You are on a mission to discover the beauty of my holy presence. I'm moving you from your current position to where I exist. The Father declares that my grandeur is a revelation, and I will help you discover both the interior and visible magnificence that I am bringing to the world. My blood circulates freely, culminating in liberty for you when you discover the mercy seat that I have prepared. The Father has assigned you a seat at His mercy seat, which I have reserved for you. I am improving your understanding of the beauty of my existence. I am increasing your ability to comprehend and maintain my brilliance. I am moving and transforming you so that you will gradually become more open to my spirit. Are you ready? The Father maintains that He bears entire responsibility for attaining the intended outcome. However, there is one critical part that is totally dependent on your will. You must wholeheartedly and affirmatively respond by saying yes, Lord, to every objective I am attempting to manifest inside you today. Today, God guarantees you that you will not be omitted from the upcoming activities that I plan to take. Today is the beginning of a new day for you. I'm renewing my grace and kindness on your behalf. I am the deity of redemption and new beginnings. I have the divine ability to offer several opportunities, specifically second, third, and fourth chances, because I am steadfast in my commitment to achieve my plans for your life. Despite your mistakes and anxieties about prospective losses, the Father tells you that there will be no bad consequences if you let go of the past. The Father tells us to abandon the past. Avoid reflecting on the past. The past is but a reflection of what was once your future, and it now lives only as a historical record that I have purified by the sacrifice of the Son. Emotional attachment to the past reduces one's capacity for future growth and development. Remember that I said in my scripture that I could renew everything. Today, I invite you to accept the rejuvenation of my unlimited compassion and divine favor. Every morning, I am renewed by the mercies I get. But if you let your life to be dictated by past events, you will miss out on this rejuvenation. No more regrets. Eliminate any lingering feelings of regret or squandered opportunities. Today is a new day. Accept and pursue the great opportunities that await you now. God declares that if you allow Him, He will become the source of your fear, and the thing you are scared of will manifest in your life. You should not be terrified of people, events, or outcomes. Respect for the Lord is the first step toward attaining wisdom. If you are enslaved by the same individuals, you will succumb to them. Accept the opportunity to create a deep relationship with me through love, and I will encompass you and overwhelm you. All other influences will be eliminated from your life as a result of your profound regard and awe for me, allowing my kingdom to reign supreme in all areas. The Father says He will refine and improve everything that affects you. Give up on human endeavor in situations beyond your control. Recognize that the great influence of my favor will become apparent as you submit to my rule and control in all aspects and matters affecting you. The Father declares, "Trust me. Surrender to me once more, with renewed and fresh commitment. Allow me to demonstrate the precise areas where there is contradiction to my personality and inherent attributes. I am determined to be by your side and will never abandon or desert you. I will protect and support you while wrapping you in my eternal arms. I will safeguard your safety and guide you to the heart of my purposes for your life. You will be unaffected by life's varied interruptions and diversions if you continue to follow and believe in my control and guidance in your life. You have stated a yearning for novelty and change, and I am pointing you in that direction. The Father says, "Trust me. You will appreciate the result of my current acts in your circumstance today."